John is saying, can you use a regression analysis to compare store sales of a small business to the market performance or really any other benchmark index? Yeah. You can use artificial intelligence-based algorithms and software to do that. And there's a great company that I used to be an investor in when I worked in venture capital called Quid, QUID is the name of the company. You can check out their software. Maybe there's a trial you can use as well. But a lot of consulting firms like McKinsey, BCG, Bain, etc., all use their product to look for regression analysis and trends in the data. You could do that. You could do that. Or what you can do is, if you want, you can call up a company and get access to a lot of data they have on restaurants. And use that data in Excel and just do a simplistic line graph dotted to see if there's actually a trend. And I've done this before. I did it with McDonald's. So McDonald's, ticker MCD, their headquarters are in Chicago. And in 2011, when I was a big investor in Chipotle, ticker CMG, which stands for Chipotle Mexican Grill, I was a big investor in Chipotle. And I called McDonald's because McDonald's used to own Chipotle. And I was doing research on Chipotle at the time. And I classified it then as a world beater. I don't own the stock anymore, but I owned a ton of it back then. And I looked at Chipotle and I thought to myself, Chipotle is kind of like McDonald's was in the 60s or maybe 50s, I think. And the good thing about Chipotle, which is they make, it's great Mexican food for those of you overseas that haven't heard of it, unlike Taco Hell or Taco Bell. But the thing about McDonald's is that McDonald's has always had to compete with a gazillion other hamburger places, whereas Chipotle doesn't have competition. And so what I did was I called McDonald's in 2011, and I asked them to email me, and anybody can call them. Anybody can call investor relations at any company. I asked them to email me the annual reports from McDonald's for every year in the 1950s and 60s, and they did it. And what I did was I ran a regression analysis, and I looked to see where Chipotle was relative to McDonald's in terms of number of sales or stores open and same store sales. And I decided at that point in 2011 that Chipotle was exactly where McDonald's was in 1967. And that's how I analyzed the data. Yeah. So anyway, that's one way to do it. But I've actually been an investor in Chipotle for many years before that. When I worked at a big hedge fund called Pequod, is one of our biggest positions back in 2006, 2007 as well. Yeah. All you got to do is ask these companies. Investor relations works. Their jobs exist to help you. And you don't have to be a professional investor. Anybody can call them. Anybody can.